Dude, Mark Zuckerberg is in court right now being accused of deliberately designing Instagram to addict kids. And a SpongeBob episode from 2001 predicted it.
Stop, Patrick! Don't touch it!
I'm talking about Hooky, where SpongeBob literally gets hooked on something designed with pleasing shapes and pink colors to trap him. Sound familiar? What's happening in court right now is basically the plot of that episode, except real. Okay, so let me catch you up. Over 1,600 people are suing social media companies right now. Meta, TikTok, YouTube, all of them. And the lawsuit isn't just like, oh, these apps are annoying or whatever. It's way more specific. They're saying these companies deliberately built features, infinite scroll, autoplay, constant notifications, specifically to make kids addicted. Like they knew what they were doing. They hired psychologists. They studied how slot machines worked. And then they put those exact same tricks into apps. The main case is about this 19-year-old girl, KGM. She started using Instagram and TikTok when she was 10. And the lawsuit says the apps were designed so well at hooking her that she literally couldn't stop. Even when it started causing depression, even when it led to suicidal thoughts, she just couldn't stop. And now lawyers are comparing this whole thing to big tobacco in the 90s, when cigarette companies got dragged into court for hiding how addictive their products were. But here's where it gets insane. SpongeBob already showed us this exact story in 2001. So, Hooky is Season 1, Episode 20. Came out February 2001, 25 years ago. On the surface, it's super simple. Fishing hooks show up in Bikini Bottom. Mr. Crab freaks out and tells everyone to stay away. But listen to what Mr. Krabs actually says about the hooks. They dangle down and draw you close with their pleasing shapes and their pink island colors. Like, hear that again. Pleasing shapes, pink island colors. He's literally describing design choices, aesthetic decisions, things that look fun and harmless but are actually bait. That's Instagram. That's what Instagram is. Pleasing shapes, pretty colors, designed to draw you close. But it gets better. Patrick shows up and tells SpongeBob the hooks are covered in free cheese, that they're totally safe, that all the warnings are just adults being paranoid. He's the enabler friend, the one who makes addiction seem normal. And SpongeBob, even though he knows the hooks are dangerous, can't resist. He rides one. It's fun. He comes back down safely. And he's like,
see, I'm fine. I can handle this.
Which is exactly what happens right before someone loses control completely. So, SpongeBob promises Mr. Krabs he'll never go near the hooks again. And he means it. You can tell he's serious.
Yo-ho, near the hooks we'll never go.
But then Patrick shows up and says, you know you want to. And SpongeBob just breaks. He goes back one more time, just once. And there's this scene. God, it's so good. Where SpongeBob looks at the hook and goes,
you're a liar, a deceiver. I'll never fall for your tricks again.
And then immediately asked,
is this seat taken?
And climbs on. That's the relapse cycle right there. You swear you're done. You delete the app. You promise yourself this time is different. And then someone texts you a TikTok link. Or you get bored. Or you just cave. Because the thing designed to hook you is really, really good at its job. And in the episode, SpongeBob finds out the hard way. Because this time, he doesn't float back down. This time, he's actually caught. The hook goes through his pants. And he screams,
I'm hooked!
Double meaning, brilliant, devastating. But the episode doesn't stop there. It shows exactly who benefits when you get hooked. Like in the real world. Who put those hooks there? Fishermen? Humans? People who specifically designed them to catch fish, to lure them in with something appealing and then trap them. The hooks aren't an accident. They're not a side effect. They're the whole point. And that's exactly what the lawsuits are saying about social media. That these features, the endless scroll, the just one more video, the red notification dots, weren't accidents. They were designed on purpose by people who understood psychology, who knew that variable rewards, sometimes you see something cool, sometimes you don't, work the same way as slot machines. Who knew that making kids feel like they're missing out would keep them checking their phones? Who knew that comparing yourself to others would keep you scrolling to feel better, or worse, or something? The hooks were built to catch you, and SpongeBob knew it in 2001. And then in 2007, they predicted the part companies are trying to hide in court right now. In 2007, SpongeBob aired Best Frenemies, and this one is scary accurate. So this chain called Kelp Shakes opens up in Bikini Bottom.
We've got to do something about this.
And everyone in town becomes instantly obsessed. They're lining up around the block. Can't get enough. Pearl literally says,
Want to taste the secret goodness of a kelp shake? You can't have just one.
sound familiar? So Mr. Krabs and Plankton get suspicious.
What's the secret ingredient, Karen?
Kelp juice.
They steal the secret formula to figure out what's going on. And here's what they find.
Hey, I paid good money for this thing. Of course I'm gonna drink it.
99% kelp juice, 1% unknown toxic chemical, an addictive ingredient added on purpose, not a side effect, not an accident, a deliberate choice to make the product more addictive so people would buy more. And that's the exact argument being made in court right now. That social media companies didn't stumble into making something addictive. They engineered it. They added the psychological equivalent of that 1% toxic chemical because addiction is profitable. Here's what's messing me up. These episodes are old. Hooky is 25 years old. Best Frenemies is almost 19. They're from a time before Instagram existed, before TikTok, before Infinite Scroll was even a thing. And yet they nailed it. They showed us things designed with pleasing shapes and colors to lure you in. Peer pressure making it harder to quit. The relapse cycle where you swear you're done but can't stay away. Corporations adding addictive ingredients for profit. Everyone becoming hooked at once while authorities try to shut it down. That's not a coincidence. That's not just SpongeBob is weird and random. That's a kid's show from the early 2000s understanding something most of us didn't want to admit until 2026. That products can be designed to exploit you, and the people designing them know exactly what they're doing. Which brings us to the part of the episode nobody talks about. In the episode, Patrick never tries to quit the hooks. He just keeps riding them. And at the end, you see him trapped in a tuna can, packaged, shipped off. That's the worst case outcome for someone who's never questioned it.
Ah! Patrick, don't!
But SpongeBob, he at least tried to stop. He recognized the danger. He fought it. He still got hooked anyway. And I think that's the scariest part.
Help! I'm hooked!
Because most of us aren't Patrick. We're not mindlessly scrolling without thinking about it. We're SpongeBob. We know Instagram is messing with our heads. We know TikTok is designed to keep us watching. We know we should delete it. But we can't. Because the hook is really, really good at catching us. And the people who designed the hook, they're in court right now being asked, did you know this would hurt kids? And honestly, based on what we're learning, yeah, they knew. So here's where we're at. It's February 2026. Mark Zuckerberg is testifying in court about whether Meta deliberately designed Instagram to addict children. And a SpongeBob episode from 2001 already told us the answer. The hooks were designed to hook you. The pleasing shapes and pink colors weren't accidents. The just one more feeling wasn't bad luck. It was the plan. SpongeBob warned us 25 years ago that things designed to look fun and harmless can be traps. And we all rode the hook anyway. Because when something is designed well enough to catch you, it doesn't matter if you know it's dangerous. You still can't stop. And that's what's being argued in court right now. Not whether social media is bad for you, but whether it was designed to be impossible to quit. SpongeBob saw this coming in 2001. We just weren't paying attention.
Oh no! Mr. Krabs told me all about you!
If this video made you look at your phone differently, hit that like button, because apparently we've all been living in a SpongeBob episode this whole time and nobody told us. And subscribe, because every week I'm dropping videos that dig into the deeper, darker stuff hiding in SpongeBob that nobody else is talking about. Seriously, we've got some wild content coming up. See you next week, and maybe put your phone down for a bit before you end up like SpongeBob, hooked.